Today I want to talk about how to shoot video on a budget. More right after this. Hi, my name is Debbie Fowler. Today I want to talk about how to shoot video on a budget. Now, for whatever reason that you're shooting your video, whether it's for YouTube or your social media, whatever the reason is, your cell phone is your best asset. Because the video, the audio, and the picture quality is just as good as any of the major cameras out there. And you already have a cell phone, so let's use it. Alright, so let's talk about your cell phone. When you are shooting video, a lot of times you'll see people shooting video like this. Now, if you're shooting it for Instagram, this is the correct way to shoot your video. But if you're shooting it for, let's say, Facebook or YouTube, then you're going to want to shoot it like this. It's going to fill the screen. Because if you shoot your video like this, then you're going to see those black lines on the side, and you've probably seen those before. That's where that comes from. So you always want to shoot your video like this. Alright, so let's talk about when you're shooting your video. You know, you can hold it, you can shoot your video holding it, but it's not going to be very stable. It's going to be very wiggly, and a lot of people are going to notice that. So you're going to want some sort of way to stabilize your video. So let's talk about different options. So I have here in my hand, it's called a Monopod, and this is something that I actually bought. I think you can get them at Walmart actually, but I think I bought mine at Big Lots. But basically, it's really cool if you're taking selfies, because this will plug into your phone, and then you will hold your camera, and then here's a button in the front, and you just boom, take a selfie picture. So this is really great. It also works if you're shooting video too, because you can also hold it and then talk. Now this extends, so if you're looking for something that's going to extend, like say you're taking a picture of you, your friends, this is going to extend pretty far. Then you can take your picture with it, and you've probably seen these. I've seen these whenever I've been out on vacation. A lot of people have these kinds of devices. So this is one option. So the second one that I really like is called a Fuge Tech. So it looks like this. And what I really like about this one is that it comes with its own little remote control. So you can take your pictures, it's attached by Bluetooth, and then you can extend this. It goes pretty darn far, and then you can take your pictures in video or whatever. So it's another way to stabilize whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's video or it's pictures. This one is my absolute favorite one. I bought this one right before I went to an event, and I used it all the time. Why I like it so much is it's got the grooves. I can actually hold on to it, and then I can shoot my video with it. And yeah, it's not great. You know, I still have a little bit of movement in my videos, but it's not so bad. So it is a stabilizer, and it will help with the movement. So I really do like this one. If you're at a place where you can take a lot of pictures or video and you don't have to worry about holding it, you can actually be hands-free, then I would suggest you getting a tripod. Tripods are rather inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon, and what I really like about the tripod is I have one where it just goes everywhere in my backyard. I'll go everywhere. Now sometimes if I'm going on vacation, I'll take a little mini tripod with me, but I don't want a full-on tripod because it's a little bit bulky. But if you're actually somewhere where you can use a tripod, always try to use this instead, because this is the absolute stabilizer. It's not moving. You're the only one that's moving. So always, always, always try to find a tripod if you're going to be shooting video, let's say in your home or in your backyard or your front yard, or just out and about, and you're okay with carrying a tripod. Look for this. This one here is a Polaroid, but I actually have several different types of tripods. And they all act about the same. It's just kind of up to you and whichever one that you want to get. But I do recommend that you definitely get a tripod. Okay, so if you've exhausted everything that you have with your cell phone, you might want to think about moving on to more expensive cameras. But let's talk about those first. I have two. I have what's called it's a Canon, a G7X Mark II. And I really like this one, and I like this one a lot because it has the screen in the front. So I can actually record myself, see myself, and I don't have to worry about what's behind me, what's going on. It's already right there in the frame. So I really like that. But the thing I don't like about it is the audio. And that's going to be your major concern with most cameras, is the audio. So my audio is right here in the front, and I have the what I call the little wind. This kind of helps with the wind. But I have to put that on there because if I am using audio with this, I need that to actually stabilize that wind, because otherwise you're going to hear a lot of wind noise. But most of the time I don't actually use the audio on this camera. Even though the quality of this picture is amazing, I have to use something else. I use what's called a zoom. I actually plug a mic into the zoom, I put the mic on myself, and then I start the zoom, and I have to do something in the front of it, like clap my hands or something. That way I know that I actually can start the video. But this is the best way to stay away from the bad audio, because this is going to be really good audio quality. And you can also put the wind things on here as well, and then you don't have to worry about the wind. You just put it on yourself, record yourself, and then you have really great audio. So I've used it quite a bit. And that brings us to the DSLR cameras. Now I'm going to say this, the DSLR has really the best quality picture, but again, not the greatest audio. So I have a Sony a6000, and I do love this camera, but while the picture quality is awesome, the camera itself is great, it's the audio. The audio is not very good, and there's no way for me to plug in any type of audio onto this one or to my Canon, so I have to have an external way to be able to record my audio. If you're okay with that, then this is really a great option if you can afford it. But again, these cameras are a little bit more expensive, and if you can use your cell phone, use it first. Get used to creating videos, and then once you feel like you can move on to the next level, then purchase something else a little bit more expensive, and then kind of go from there. But just know that you need some sort of a stabilizer no matter what, because I see people out and about all the time, and it's not just ordinary people just shooting video for their mom or their dad or their friends. These are people who are entrepreneurs, and they're shooting video for their customers or shooting video for YouTube, and I constantly see them holding it as opposed to getting some sort of stabilizer. So when you have that stabilizer, it's going to make the world of difference, and you're going to notice it immediately. So use your cell phone and then buy some sort of stabilizer. Everything I've talked about will be in the description below, but it's really up to you which one you purchase, because it really doesn't matter as long as it can stabilize your camera. Okay, I hope that this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.